This was a time capsule that had been buried in the school playground nearly 50 years ago. At that time, first-grade students had written small messages about their future and placed them inside the box. Years later, when it was opened, the principal distributed those old letters among the new students. But Tommy's letter was different from the rest. It didn't contain words. There were only long lines of numbers. Tommy couldn't understand what they meant. He took the letter to his father, Lance, who was a physics professor and had a sharp mind for reading numbers and patterns. Lance examined the letter carefully. He went to the whiteboard and wrote the numbers in the same pattern. At first, nothing made sense. He broke the numbers apart in different ways, added them, rearranged them, and rotated them. After many attempts, suddenly something clicked. It was a date. He immediately searched it on the internet, and what he saw left him stunned. It was the date of the 9/11 attacks, and the next number was the number of people who died in that tragedy. But the shocking part was that this letter had been written in 1975, at a time when no one had even imagined that 9/11 would happen. Now, Lance's heartbeat began to race. He started checking the rest of the numbers, and one by one, they matched major disasters that had occurred over the past many years. The dates, the locations, the death toll, everything matched perfectly, without a single mistake. That meant the child who had written this letter had knowledge of the future. But there were some numbers that still had no explanation. Perhaps they were events yet to come. Lance searched for an old teacher from that era and asked who the child was who had written this letter. But 50 years had passed. No one could find any trace of him. Now, there was only one thing Lance wanted to know. Would the next prediction come true? He spent the entire day watching the news, but nothing happened. In the evening, heavy rain started pouring down. Roads were closed and traffic was completely jammed. During all this, Lance's eyes fell on the car's GPS. The location coordinates were exactly the same as the final numbers written in the letter. Goosebumps ran through his body. That meant the next disaster was going to happen right here. He got out of the car and went up to a police officer, asking why the traffic was stopped. But just as the police